Wow, Cupertino sure is lurking snowy these days, isn't it?
It is lurking.
It's lurking a little snowy.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, I am not actually in Cupertino, guys. I'm freaking around. I am in Japan. I'm in Japan.
All
Let's
the way
just leave it
across the
there.
world. It is just about 10 p.m. here with me. And what is it for you?
It's 1 p.m. the following day on Monday.
You're in the
here
future.
in Japan.
Wait, what happens
I'm
tomorrow?
in the
Can
future.
you help me?
Yeah. Vision Pro, the release date gets announced.
Tomorrow, your today?
Yes. Dude, that was weird seeing everybody in the US like wake up in a morning and have it be like, oh, Vision Pro available for this date on February 2nd. And it was like, actually, it's one of the funniest things that's happened to me. I was, Luke's here with me and I was
Is he
in
in the room
the
with you right
shower.
now?
No, he's over there. But I mean, he's in this apartment thing. Anyway, I was in the shower, and in the shower in our Airbnb, there was a little hatch. Like, there was a little hatch that you could like open and like give somebody stuff. So I'm literally like, and I hear the hatch open. And I'm like, what is going on? And I just hear him go, Vision Pro, February 2nd, it's official. And I was like, what? And then I thought about it. And I was like, I kind of feel like this is what the president would feel like. Like a second Vision Pro has hit Cupertino.
Yikes. Oh, shit.
It was kind of cool. I was like, I feel important. But yeah,
wait,
so then
did you find out at the same time that we did? I mean, you had to have,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Time
It was
works
later,
the same.
It was just the
It's
other day for you.
Yeah, it was. I think it was technically night of that day.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. So we found out at I think 10 p.m. around, which is
all right.
Yeah.
And then
so that's the
when
thing.
You recorded your video in the little storage unit.
Yeah. Are you excited? I want to open with this. Vision Pro pre-orders start this Friday. The 19th at 5 a.m. I want to tell you what I have to go through really quick.
Okay.
I fly back to LA at noon the day before. I'm going to be jet lagged as hell, and I have to wake up at 5 a.m. the following morning to pre-order this.
Nightmare. Yikes.
But it's happening. Oh my God, I'm so excited, John.
It is happening, and then we'll have it on the 2nd of February, and then all of our questions, all of them, will be answered.
All of them. I mean, you have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Of course. That's it.
Okay.
They only made, what, like 80,000 units?
I think it was 80 to 100,000, or was it 60? I think, yeah, 80 to 100,000 is what quote. But
that's not a lot. That's like nothing. They might as well have made 4.
I'm very frightened about this because obviously we want to get one of these. But yeah, according to
something feels a little wobbly here.
Oh no, it's 60 to 80,000. Oh no.
Don't you think something's a little wonky? Doesn't it feel like something's a little wonky here? It's like you can feel. We have been told ahead of time that a space shuttle is going to go off, right? On this day at this time. But like last time you saw the space shuttle, a little piece was like hanging off, and now you're really worried about takeoff. By the way, if you're watching the video version of this, if you're watching the video version of this, he's in Japan, across the world. His signal's coming through the bottom of the oceans and into my house. So if it goes to shit, we're sorry.
I think the snow might actually be affecting it because it's coming. Like I can't see even the slopes anymore here. We're skiing.
Probably. So. Okay. So I'm
I
a
agree
little
with you.
worried about launch.
Weird.
Like something. I don't know if they're just like if the manufacturing was tough and that's why they only made 80,000. If certain things aren't ready, like we still haven't even heard if like eyesight is finalized.
Did you see that? So here, let's go over the press release because we actually did learn a couple things about the product from the newsroom release that I thought were very, very interesting, including the fact that
doesn't
Wanda
make any
Austin.
Sense?
Everybody, give it up for Wanda Austin joining Apple's board of
directors. Yay! You know what doesn't make any sense, Sam? That your video looks terrible, but the screen share looks fine. They're both from you. They're both coming from you. But for some reason, this signal's really bad, and this signal is perfectly fine. Wonder what that means. Someone let us know.
Maybe because it has to. Yeah, that is weird, actually.
Someone smarter than us, they'll tell us.
So here's the first thing that I found weird about this announcement.
Okay.
Same images. Like
Same
no new
images,
images
yep.
or video. Like this is the same thing from the keynote.
It is. But I mean, of course it is, right?
No, this doesn't make sense for an all-new product.
Well, not everyone has seen that keynote.
The only new images that Apple dropped is this one right here. That shows the all-new head strap attachment.
Oh, it also looks like not as dark on the silver. It looks whitish.
Dude,
also,
it's just like
I heard that this headset, the one that is as an option to ship it with, is also like this is what they made for the cheaper one that's coming out in like a couple years. But they just ended up also shipping it with this.
Oh, like the headband?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't remember where I heard that from. I think the cheaper one is like called Project Alaska or something, and this was the headband made for that. And it also is just happening to ship with this because remember they have that one that we all know, the thick one that goes on the back of your head, but then they were also going to give you the option of like placing another one on there, and instead of doing that, they just shipped this headband too.
Yeah. But also, okay, so on the website, they also updated a couple things. Like, do you remember that demo I want to show this because they also like removed a feature.
Now your video's fine and the screen share is bad. What? How?
I don't know what's going on, dude. But yeah, so you remember this feature where they showed you could like look at the sky, which seems, kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's gone, right?
Yeah, that's gone. They cut it and they changed the text on the website. This is a great account, by the way. If you care about Vision Pro, this @M1Astra, amazing account for like knowing things.
Okay,
they literally redid the video to cut it.
Oh, okay.
Like, and then they just cut it to here, which is insane.
There's no reason to play that, by the way. I'm only getting 2 frames a second, maybe.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best out here in Japan. So anyway, that was interesting to me. I mean, what? Okay. Thoughts on the storage?
Dude, unless they got something planned that we don't know about and the apps aren't going to take up that much space or something, I don't know. That is horrific what they did to storage. Like, that's the best word. Like, I'm already sour with how they give us storage on the Mac. But for $3,500 minimum, a bare minimum, that it's just not. It's not okay. 256 gigabytes storage is where it starts out for $34.99. Now keep in mind, a lot of you probably wear glasses, so right out of the gate, you're not getting this for $34.99. You're not getting shit for $34.99. You're going to pay quite a bit extra for prescription lenses, which, by the way, if you're listening to this early enough before and you're planning on putting a pre-order in, listen to me closely. Yes. Apple, if you wear glasses, is requiring an up-to-date prescription. You cannot submit. The last thing I want is for you guys to save up your money, have the money, wake up early, get ready to put in your pre-order, and they won't accept your pre-order because your prescription is invalid if it's too old or whatever. So make sure you don't have an expired prescription. If you do, go to the eye doctor tomorrow. Get that sorted so you can give Apple the right thing. So there's that. Also, bad storage. Also, you have to use Face ID, right, to fulfill a pre-order?
Yes. So you need an iPhone or an iPad with Face ID when you pre-order, which, dude, I feel like this is going to be a disaster.
Oh, it is going to be a disaster. That's what I'm saying. This whole thing feels wonky. Like, this doesn't feel like a confident launch from them.
It's weird. Why is there no other event? Why have they shown us literally nothing new in 8 months? That's crazy. It's been almost a year since we saw this thing, and they've done nothing new. I'm like, and I'm so excited.
Okay, wait a minute. By the way, you got quite the treat of an episode today, everybody. Sam's in Japan. I went to CES for the first time in my life. Got a bunch of stories from there. Vision Pro gets announced while we're in the midst of our trips. Now that you see how this is going, can we now go back 8 months ago when we got my reactions after Dub, and we did Genius Bar, and I was sort of scared about Vision Pro, and I put out a video talking about how like they needed to stick the landing. If this is them trying to stick the landing, they definitely didn't stick the landing. And back then you were like, oh, it's going to be fine because there's going to be another event. This was just for developers to see. Now that it's launching, and that is literally the only thing we got, and they're just reusing stuff from back then, are you worried now? If that was it, can you honestly say now that at Dub they stuck the landing? Because I don't think you can. I need you to answer, Sam. No, everyone, it's not the connection. He's just not answering.
Oh my gosh, there's I shouldn't make that joke. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, John. I don't know because no, they didn't stick the landing. I agree. You win there. However, my excitement level is pretty damn high for this headset. I haven't been this excited to make videos about something maybe ever. When I tell you, will you promise to cut this out of the video if I tell you right now, or do you want me to tell you after what I'm going to do?
Yes, I'll cut it out. Sam, you fucking idiot. Can I leave that part in?
Yeah.
Or I call you an idiot?
Just cover my mouth and
Yeah, I won't let it get out. Are you all right?
Probably not. But I'm not going to say anything else. Just it's something that needs to happen, and I want to.
I'll also cut this out. Okay, we're back. This is going to be a fucking disaster.
Yeah, after the new information that we just exchanged, which is definitely public.
If you weren't worried about Vision Pro, you should just be just a tad bit. Still be excited, but introduce a tad bit of worry to just get the expectations set. Oh, boy. Is that a Coors Light?
No, I need one after what I just said. No, this is natural mineral water, smart. 400 milliliters. It's water made in Japan.
It is Sunday night, and I was like, Sam texted me because, again, time zone is bad. By the time I'm going to bed is when he's waking up to text me, and he's like, oh, we didn't record. We should record. I'm like, oh, you're right. Basically had a special vitamin gummy in my hand. So you are lucky, because if there was like just a couple more minutes, I would be a fucking disaster right now.
I kind of wish that would have happened.
It came up with a funny idea. At one point, you and I should at the start of an episode, take a gummy and just see how far we get by the end, you know?
All I'm going to say is trauma. Trauma, John.
Shit.
Okay, so Vision Pro, everybody get ready to drop $3,500 plus on January 19th. Here's what my gut says about the availability. I think a lot of people are freaking out. You have to realize this is a US only release.
Yeah.
So there's only 350-ish million people that live in the US, I think. Let me US
80,000 Vision Pros.
There's 331. So there's 331 million. At least a couple of those are babies. They don't have credit cards yet. So I think we're going to be fine. I mean,
the people pre-ordering will be fine. I hate knowing the number, though. That's terrifying. I hate knowing. Usually, we don't really know the number of products are available before we submit our pre-orders. We know that pre-orders are going to be tight, so we got to hurry up and do our pre-orders. Yeah. But usually, because we've done this every year, and we're a specific demographic of people that's going to wake up at this time and pre-order something like this.
Yeah.
I usually don't worry too much, but knowing that there's a finite amount of seemingly 80,000 units is terrifying.
Luckily, we all know each other, so I assume we'll be able to work it out.
Yeah.
If one of us gets one, the other one doesn't, we could hang out or something. I'm sure we'll be okay. But I am a little scared about being able to get one because Apple I mean, I think Mark Gurman was saying that, and I think from the looks of it, people like Apple's flying some people out to Cupertino to take a hands-on look at this for launch.
Yes, I can say that. Yeah.
I mean, there's just been some evidence of people on planes, I'll say.
Yeah, I know of some people that got flown out under really weird circumstances. Like, I probably shouldn't say anything about
this. Yeah, don't say anything. But first of all, they're being incredibly careful. It seems like they don't really want people to have free reign with this thing, but like that's gonna happen on February 2nd. Like when me and you get our hands on it, we are gonna test every single part. It just seems like Apple
there has been so much behind the scenes that Apple has been very like not just careful about. They refuse to show certain things. So to go from refusing to show a lot of how the process works at all, and then it's just in your hands.
Yeah.
What is it about? Like, these people are under NDAs and stuff, and they're still not being shown certain key things. I'll say that. And it's just very odd that even those people that are being invited by Apple, hands-on, all this other stuff, there's a large amount of information and things about this product that even they won't know until launch day.
Yeah. And I mean, you're definitely going to see... Apple PRs, they're just trying too hard, man. Like, they really just care too much. They want all these initial videos to be glowing, amazing, and everybody wants access to it. So a lot of the coverage is going to be like, whatever. I mean,
and they definitely
aren't
expecting an idiot like you to do anything you're planning on doing.
Yeah,
they could not have anticipated.
If Apple flew me out, I'm sure I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Because there's a vibe there and there's PR people around and it is going to be really exciting.
But like, what are you going to do for your future videos? Because you've been shooting at Apple Park. You finally got that done. Your new videos are in Apple Park, and now you're gonna fuck about.
Yeah, they might get angry. I mean, that's the weird thing is like they keep letting me shoot there, but then
you're not gonna shoot at Apple Park for this, are you? Because that I think would get you in trouble.
I think I might have to shoot back at my place. I'll have to fly home.
Okay,
but
all right, fair enough.
It's a whole thing. There's a lot going on in my life right now, John. Speaking of life,
okay.
Let's go to our first sponsor.
Let's go to our first sponsor. Nice segue. I like it.
John, I've been out here on these treacherous slopes. And
you have
what?
been. What?
I have been skiing really well this year, and that's something that I'm really happy. I'm really proud of, and that's something I want to protect. Okay. And that's why this episode is sponsored by Trust&Will, John.
Yay! We love Trust&Will. Hey, I have a question. I have a question for you, Sam.
Yeah, send it. I'm ready.
What does skiing in the treacherous slopes have to do with Trust&Will, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, if you don't mind me asking, John, it's because this is a estate planning service, right?
Okay.
You never know what's going to happen. You don't know if that proud thing.
Okay.
You don't know if I go for a bit of a tumble. I can't control myself on these slopes sometimes, guys. So here's what happens. Trust&Will makes it super easy and straightforward to plan your estate. Listen, any plans that you have, they will accommodate. You can even, I know for you, there's been some things at your past, which I don't say lightly, but let's just say that I think
people kicking the bucket without leaving any plans in place and then leaving it all on my little child lap. Yeah.
Yeah, basically they've made this process that is usually really expensive and hard of like who gets what if something happened to me. And I've built this future and I have these homes or apartments or cars or whatever it is that you've got. Maybe it's just this little thing of water you'd like to pass down. Whatever it is, they'll customize it to your needs. And they've simplified estate planning in a way that's really impressive, guys. That's why you can secure your assets and protect your loved ones with Trust&Will. Get 10% off plus free shipping of your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/genius. That's what, John? That's 10% off and free shipping?
That's 10% off and free shipping.
And free shipping. At trustandwill.com.
I'm so excited about Trust&Will because luckily, since you signed up for Trust&Will and use them, I've heard that when you pass on, you are giving Apple Track to me. I'm super. I'm
All
not
right,
excited for you to go. I'm just
call Trust and Will and change the documents. Change the documents, everybody.
Plans start at just $159. That's trustandwill.com/genius for 10% off plus free shipping. Thank you, Trust and Will, for sponsoring this episode and helping Sam plan for my future.
And we're back. Okay, I want to hear about you at CES because all I know is this man never leaves his house, and then I see pictures of him everywhere. Yeah. You were the biggest win of CES 2024.
It seemed like that, wasn't it? Okay, here's what happened. I was not going to go into CES. That was not going to be a thing. I wasn't even going to go. I've never gone to CES. There was a period of my career where I don't know, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, when I was like, oh man, if we could just get into CES, we could get 10,000 subscribers. I thought it'd be such a big deal if I got to go to CES. And then, of course, the years where I actively get invited by CES themselves, I don't want to go. I never want to go. I never travel to these things, ever.
No.
But a few months ago, Andrew Edwards reaches out to Sam and I, and he's like, hey, I got this special YouTube dinner party happening. You want to stop in? And this is mostly because a bunch of YouTubers are going to be in the area for CES, and then day 1 or day 2 of CES, this dinner's going to happen at night, and so everyone can just get on in there. Our boy Andrew Edwards. And so he fucking texts us a couple months ago, maybe. Sam can't go because he's going to Japan, and I say, yeah, I'll be there. I'll go. And so that's why I was going. I was flying in specifically to support Andrew and this dinner. First of all, I flew in the day of the dinner, and my flight got delayed because that day is when the weather started getting a little fucky. So my second flight out of Dallas gets delayed by an hour or two. So I actually I timed it up what I thought was perfectly. I land an hour before the dinner starts, and then I get into my hotel, and I'm going to check in and head to the dinner. Dinner's only 11 minutes away. Bro, I don't know what's wrong with Las Vegas. They have not moved to where we are now in the future. And there's nothing fucking digital. There's no digital check-in. I stood in line to check in, and I'm talking, this line was wrapped almost to the casino of this hotel. This line is so long, and there's one fucking person at the counter. And so it took forever to get checked in. I was in line for another hour. The dinner starts. I finally get checked in. I get in my room. I throw my shit down, and I get in an Uber, and I go. I'm 45 minutes late to this dinner.
Oh, no.
And apparently, at this dinner, Andrew, our best bud, did a speech. And in the speech, he mentions, I'm going to be there. I flew in just for this. So now people know I'm going to be there. So I show up for this dinner, and immediately everyone's pointing, no, Jon. And so I'm okay. I hug Andrew. They take a couple pictures of me when I walk in. The people, I don't know if it's the people at YouTube or maybe photographers they hired. They took pictures of me on the banner and then some people want to take pictures with me. I took a picture with Andrew. Love Andrew. And so we did the dinner. There's a lot of me. We did the dinner, and dinner was great. I didn't eat, so that's a lie. I don't know if it was great. I assume it was great. But what happened was, at some point, I sat down for a little bit. I sat next to Dan from Mac Rumors.
Oh, nice.
And Dan and I are chatting it up. We're laughing. There's actually a really cute photo of Dan and I laughing at this dinner. And at some point, I stand up. Jacqueline Dallas was there. And I think I got up because I saw her and I went to talk to her. Or maybe... I don't know. There was a couple people there that I started talking to at this wider table. Okay. And so a bunch of people start talking to me, and while I'm talking to this group of maybe 4 or 5 people, I see someone pointing at me from a table across, and I look, and it's Jaime Rivera. So Jaime from Pocket Now starts talking to me, and Jaime stands up because he's Jaime Rivera, and he stands up in the middle of everything with me. So now I'm standing up in the middle of this dinner, and now everyone can clearly see that I'm there. And now the food's getting passed out, And now I'm getting pulled in every direction. So I didn't get to eat, but I got to talk to a lot of people that, we're friends with, but we never got to meet in person. So that was really cool. Loved hearing and talking to everybody. Dinner ends, and then there's this party afterwards.
Dude, this sounds like your nightmare.
Well, I know. There's like a tech awards party. So we all Uber from the dinner. I got us all in Uber, and then we tried to fit like 6 of us in there. It was me, Quinn. Oh, Quinn was there too. I hung out with Quinn most of the time. It was me, Quinn, Aaron Zolo from Zolotech. Nice. He was in the Uber. Andrew, his girlfriend, and Jacqueline Dallas. All of us stuffed in an Uber. That I got an Uber XL, but let's just say it wasn't an XL. But somehow we all fit in there with some magic. And so that's when it got real hairy, because when I walked into this tech party, that was like people who didn't expect me to be there. I didn't expect to be there. And then the room was too small for the amount of people that were in the room. And at this time, everyone, like, they were giving out drinks, so everyone was a little intoxicated. I wasn't intoxicated, which also might have helped smooth me in there, my transition into the party. And so everyone comes up to me. It was a really nice meeting. Like, I got to meet Zach Talks Tech, Jason from Painfully Honest Tech, a bunch of others, Brandon Lee from This Is Tech Today, a bunch of other PR people as well. Like I met Chuck from Nomad, who's really cool, and just a bunch of people saying hi.
Nice.
This is a story I wanted to tell though. So at the YouTuber party, right before we're wrapping up, like at this YouTuber dinner, sorry, it's before the party. As we're wrapping up, YouTube wants to take a picture of all of us.
Do you know where that picture's at? I've been trying to find it. This whole time.
I have I don't think it's been posted publicly. I have it somewhere, so maybe I'll add it to the. YouTube sent us a link. YouTube sent us a Google Drive link of all the pictures. It was like a lot of people though. All the YouTubers that were there. I don't know if they posted it or not, but we go to take a picture, and in front of me is Michael Fisher, Mr. Mobile, who just launched that case Clicks. I have watched Mr. Mobile for a long time, and he and I have talked like off and on. There was a time where I was like helping him get verified on Twitter when that was like a real thing that mattered.
Oh yeah.
So he and I have talked, and so this was like, okay, imagine how my night is going. Everyone is excited to see me because I never come to these things. So everyone's coming up to me and they're super happy to see me. I'm happy to see them. We're having a great time. I'm happy to see Michael Fisher. And we're taking pictures, and he's in the row of people in front of me. And so, like, dog, as soon as these pictures are done, I'm going to say hey to Michael because I haven't met him in person yet. And so we stand up. I go, hey, Michael, so good to see you. And I shake his hand. He goes, what's your name? Like I was like I was just some little kid. This is what I'm talking about. Such a humbling experience at a night where everyone was excited to see me, and then I go to shake Michael Fisher's hand, and the way he looks at me with such innocence, like, oh, what's your name, little guy? And I went, oh.
That's awesome. I love that, dude.
And then I was like, I'm John Prosser. And he's like, oh, yeah, of course. And I think he's fucking lying at this point. I think he's just like, yeah, John Prosser, I know. You don't fucking know who I am, do you? That's what I could not believe, dude. But he's such a nice guy, even though he definitely didn't know who I was. He was so nice. And so I can't say that for everyone. Not everyone that we know online is as nice in person. But Michael Fisher definitely is. Definitely one of them. And then CES was interesting. Because
cool tech, bro.
So I
cool
went
tech?
I went day 3 of CES or something.
Sure.
Absolute fucking nightmare, dude. The worst place on earth. The worst.
Why?
First of all, the convention is spread so far, and the transport to each thing is atrocious. Everyone is like there's like a single bus that takes people from convention to convention area, and Sam, I don't know if you can wrap your brain around this, but there was 130,000 people there. The sheer number of, the mass of people, of human bodies, is ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. And trying to get anywhere is a fucking nightmare. I, of course, am not going to get on public transport. Why would I do that with 1,000 other people? Hell no, absolutely not. Not because I'm me and I'm better than those people. Not in no fucking universe am I getting on a bus full of that many people ever. No, that's how fucking horror movies start. 1,000 strangers get on a bus together. Bus falls off a fucking bridge, and now you're like. Then someone makes a movie about those 1,000 survivors from that bus from CES. I'm not gonna be on that bus.
You're not one of them. Yeah.
No. Sorry, guys, not gonna be on the bus. So I was getting taxis was a nightmare too, because you could only get picked up in certain areas. So I'd go to a taxi and be like, "Hey, can you get me out of here?" What was that, dog?
It was like a walkie-talkie for us trying to talk to the aliens.
I was like, I'd like knock on the window of the taxi in the taxi area, and they're like, "Oh no, so you gotta go up," and they don't speak English, so they're just pointing up, and I'm like, "What?
Oh,
I have to go further to get in you to leave." Anyway, Quinn and I are walking. Some people stop us and say hi and stuff, and then Quinn leaves because he drove. So he starts his trek back. I'm walking the floor for a little bit. Quite a few people come up and take pictures with me. So if you took a picture with me, post it somewhere, and if I got to say hi to you, I really appreciate being able to say hi to you. A lot of people actually, I don't want to say a lot of people. Everybody that came up to me mentioned the doc. They either mentioned the doc or the doc and Sam. For some reason, it didn't compute that I would be in a location with other YouTubers and Sam not also be there with me, so I had to explain that you ditched them, you went to Japan.
Yeah, I did.
And so if you said hi to me, thank you, but that place is a fucking nightmare, dude. Oh, there's Quinn and I. That's at the YouTube dinner. That's the microphone I've been trying to give to him since Genius Bar Goes Dark.
Oh, nice. You delivered it.
I hand-delivered it,
see that. Yes.
So, yeah, one thing I noticed about CES, other than it's a fucking catastrophe, why does anyone go? The biggest takeaway from CES is that everyone is on their fucking phone. No one is looking up. Why would you go to a tech convention? You're on your face is buried in your phone your whole life. Why would you travel to a place, to a convention that you probably paid money for travel, money for the fucking badge and all this other shit, just to be on your phone walking around like zombies, dude. Thousands of people just going, just looking at their fucking phones. I don't understand.
They're making they TikTok.
It's fucking... Look at that guy behind me in that picture. He's on his phone. Sam just pulled up a picture of Quinn and I. There's a guy right there on his fucking cell phone. That's what I'm saying.
Fair, it is CES. I mean, where else would... What are they going to do? Talk to people? Tell people on social?
Look up... There's all of these, like, the future... Quite literally, the future is in front of you. All these brands are just gathered around this one location at these... Only for these few days, showing you the future of all of technology. And people can't be bothered to fucking look up. So at first I was like... That's the only reason I went into CES. A lot of people, like YouTubers or people in the industry, they have meetings with brands. So that's the only reason they go to CES, is to go meet with these PR people in person. I didn't have any such obligation. I'm not there on a brand deal. In fact, I paid to go there. I paid my own way to fly there to be there for the YouTube party. I went in there just so people could say hi to me. And people did say hi to me, so if you did come up and say hi, take a picture, that's why I was there. Hi. You are excused from this conversation. But for the amount of effort that it takes to get into this convention in the first place, just for no one to even if they knew who I was, they're not fucking looking up! You absolute... imbeciles! It doesn't make...
I want to know...
Max Tech,
I want to know how was it meeting our boys Max Tech? We had them on the pod.
They're the exact same way in person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're really cool in person. I had tweeted or something, and we ended up like texting back and forth because there was no chance we were going to find each other. So I went to this hall just to see them because they were doing meetings here. And so,
No way.
yeah, and I was just like, I went up, there was like a place with coffee and energy drinks, and there was the least amount of people there. So I just stood there and waited for them to find me, and they did.
Nice.
Sam, do you know how easy it would be for me to steal your identity right now?
You already have.
I could steal it. I could harass you. I could scam you. I could do anything I want. Do you know why? Because data brokers are just collecting your data and leaking it out to the internet, giving it to anyone who is the highest bidder. They just give it out. Isn't that crazy? That's why today's episode is sponsored by DeleteMe. We love DeleteMe here at Genius Bar.
DeleteMe is one of those services that you're just like, this is super cool, and this should be enabled by default on every human at birth. Because here's what DeleteMe does. They do the hard work of, okay, so here's how, let me do a real simple breakdown because it's very complicated. When you got data brokers, you got all this data, you got yourself, you've got your logins. So these people called data brokers, they steal your data and they mine it from these things, and then they sell it to advertisers. So then you get all these spam emails, all these other things. You can be attacked for things that you don't even know are on the internet. So guess what happens? DeleteMe reaches out to these data brokers because it is your right as a human being to not have this data out there. How do you do it? You don't have to email everyone. They do the hard work of looking at everything. You enter your info in a little panel. You can see things as they are deleted and removed. It's extremely satisfying, and you just feel like you have a fresh start at the internet.
We super love DeleteMe here at Genius Bar. Sam and I work with them separately on our own channels, and we work with them with Genius Bar because, like Sam said, it should just be default. You know what? Let's start a trend right now. Every baby at birth gets DeleteMe on us. Sam, you agree?
I agree, guys.
Okay, well, buy everyone DeleteMe. And we can afford it because right now, today, we get this and you get this special deal. That's 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/geniusbar. That's the name of our show. And use the promo code GeniusBar at checkout. This is the only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/geniusbar. Enter the code what, Sam?
That's going to be code GeniusBar, John.
For how many off?
That's going to be 20% off, guys. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe.
Thank you so much, DeleteMe, for sponsoring this episode of Genius Bar.
I almost went to CES. The closest I got was in 2018 with my best friend from college. We were going to go. We were like looking at flights and everything. And I can't remember why. There was some schedule conflict, I think, but it doesn't. I mean, listen, hanging out with people would be fun. Personally, I think there's a lot of people that don't really love me that I would run into there, and there's probably some people that like I haven't had the most positive experience with that you would sort of have to cross paths with, which doesn't sound super fun.
Are we talking like what? I feel like everyone that is cool with me would be cool with you. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I guess you didn't run into any of the people that I'm thinking of. That
the people that you're thinking
it doesn't matter.
I didn't run into them because I specifically tried not to run into them.
Yeah, my point being, I don't know. I seen people super fun like Enabon,
he was there.
You and Quinn and Max. I mean, there's a lot of people I'd love to see and meet, but I think there's also a lot of people that I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I've just never.
I think
it's not even the people, dude. It's honestly just there's no tech there that's actually interesting me because Apple's not there, and I do not care about the robot. Anything that the AI powered.
Yeah.
I don't care. That's me.
Yeah, there was nothing there that I was like, wow. Like the transparent TVs are cool, but they're only cool because it's like, oh, we can do that now. That's neat. I would never buy one.
Yeah.
I would never want one of those. It's like a folding phone. Like, wow, we can bend them now? Amazing. Why would I do that? It's still cool, but I don't want to do that in my life.
That's the thing about CES is like going there and like making a bunch of TikToks about like the crazy stuff. Yeah, that's cool and like it's great for views, but I always try to like I guess for me, like, I don't want to waste people's time with something that's just like a gimmick, stupid thing.
Yeah, that's like
so
the
for
default.
Me,
like everyone goes to CES to talk about there's like an exact metric, but I think it's like 95% of the stuff talked about at CES literally never comes to market. So it is quite literally just wasting your time.
It's vaporware. But at the same time, I totally get people that are interested in that, and obviously people love watching it. And like, yeah, I definitely watched the OLED transparent. I was like, cool. Yeah. It's the same thing like you said with folding phones. A shiny new thing. Everybody sees it and says this is the future, and then it disappears in a couple of years.
I don't think I would go to CES again on purpose. But I think I might do that. I might do the thing where I'm in the area again, because that's cool. Like seeing people that we know.
Yes, and seeing all the cool people would be fun.
That was the right about the only neat thing. Oh, I had one of the most cringe experiences of my life on the way home.
No, what happened?
Okay. This was one of those things that was so bad that the second it happened, I opened up our joint Genius Bar episode notes, and I jotted this down so I didn't remember to say it on the episode.
Okay.
So the whole time I was there is like the weather was going nuts. It's still going nuts right now. Like it's negative. I'm in Arkansas, and it's -5 outside. So travel was a bit sketchy. My layover was in Denver.
Hold on. What did you say the temperature was?
-5.
Fahrenheit?
Yes.
What is that even? That's like freezing, bro.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just don't go outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cold.
I had a nightmare experience earlier where I got it was like a 12-pack of, it wasn't Pepsi Zero, it was Starry Zero. So like
okay.
There imagine it, I think it used to be Sierra Mist and it's been rebranded to Starry. Because fun fact, little hack, if you are a 0-calorie soda drinker, all the Coke products are ass. Like they don't taste. There's something weird about them.
You're gonna start a war with that.
That's fine, but like if you drink Coke Zero or any Coke-related products like Sprite, you can taste. I can taste the difference. I can like it's not one experience. There's carbonated liquid, and that's separate from like the sweetener, and I can separate them in my mouth, and it's disgusting. Pepsi has it fucking down. Any Pepsi products that are 0 sugar, they got it. They're good. They got it down. Okay, so I order Starry.
Okay.
I forget. It gets delivered. I'm not going outside. It gets delivered. I forget. I hear a fucking gunshot go off at my front door. And at first I'm like, oh, fuck. I had no idea what had happened. I checked, no alarms went off. There's no motion in my front door. So I'm like, what could have possibly happened?
Dude.
I open the camera. There's no one outside. The whole sidewalk's covered in snow. So I'm like, no one came up here and shot my door. Did someone, like my neighbor get shot? And so it was loud enough and scary enough that I didn't look out right away because I don't want to peek out and get JFK'd, so I'm just going to wait.
Yeah.
So I wait a little bit. I peek outside and then I see one of the cans from inside the 12-pack fucking blew apart. The top of the can is at the one end of the house. The ass end is at the other. And it looks like someone put a bomb in the 12-pack because it's all like shrapnel and the cardboard's all fucked up. They all got frozen and one of them exploded. So that's what the weather's like. Anyway.
Okay, wait. Sorry. The airplane story.
Traveling was bad.
Here.
Okay. Especially coming out of Denver for some reason. I wasn't paying attention, but a lot of the flights were getting stuck, postponed, canceled. Like there was people that went to the airport at the same time that I did from CES that stayed there all day. Their flight got canceled. They were in Denver till the next day. So
Dude.
I bought a different ticket. Because my flight was also, it had been delayed twice, and it was like one of those where I could just feel, I just know it's not gonna get off the ground today.
Yeah.
So I book a flight with someone who I know is gonna risk it. Haven't been on this airline in I think 10 plus years. Frontier, my boy. They were taking off with one wing or no wings. They were getting off the ground and taking you to your destination. They didn't give a single fuck, dude. This flight was not delayed, not once. I got on that plane. There was not an issue. They got us off the ground, landed, Frontier.
Yeah.
They didn't care. They risked it for the biscuit. And at first I was like, wow, they've really come a long way since the last time I've been on a Frontier plane. The plane looks good. The people are super friendly. The flight attendants are super friendly. But then an experience happens halfway through the flight where I'm like, oh, there it is.
Oh, no.
The chickens have come home to roost. Okay. So everyone already ignored the safety protocols and all the other stuff. Yeah. We're midway through the flight, so I'm not expecting anyone to talk to us. But a flight attendant who is like, he's turned up to 11, bro. Don't put a thumbs up. Why does it do that? FaceTime or Ecamm, whatever, putting that thumbs up. I hate it. Okay. Flight attendant, he's turned up to 11. He's at the front of the plane. And he starts like talking about how this is a golden flight. You might have been on other flights before, but this here's a golden one.
Okay.
They ask everyone to take their headphones off and pay attention. So the whole flight is paying attention. Cameras,
I don't like this.
Cameras come out. Like professional cameras. And they're like, hey, this is a select flight for a special golden opportunity. We have chocolate bars for everybody. We're going to pass out the chocolate bars. There's the, let me turn off.
What?
They pass out chocolate bars, okay? There you go. Everyone gets a Frontier chocolate bar, and they announce, once everyone has it, they're like, do not open it. Everyone that got a chocolate bar, you just hold it. Everyone on the flight got a chocolate bar, from the front to the back. I was in the front. I paid like, I don't know what a first class ticket is on Frontier. I think it's like $3 and like a stick of bubble gum, but that's what I paid. So I'm in the front. So they pass them all the way back. And then they're like, there are several of you now holding a golden ticket. When we count down, we're going to have you open your chocolate bar. And if you have a golden ticket, hold your golden ticket up. We're going to take some promotional pictures. And if you got a golden ticket, you win 50,000 miles.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Sure.
Now, everyone on the plane, and like I said, this flight attendant is up to 11. He's putting on a fucking show, dude. This is his moment. Like, he's not talking like a regular service worker. He's talking like he's in showbiz. And this is his big opportunity. He's hyping us up. Dude, everyone has a chocolate bar, and he's like, 3, 2, 1, everyone unwrap it. And so we unwrap our chocolate bars, and then I'm like, okay, I don't have a golden ticket, so I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Sam, not a soul had a golden ticket. All of this hype, this like 10-minute process to even just get us to open up this chocolate bar, and not a single person has a golden ticket. When he promised several of you, this is a golden flight. We're only doing this on like select flights. Several of you have golden tickets. You're going to be winners.
Okay.
No one gets a golden ticket. And that's not even bad enough. What makes it cringe is he refused to accept that none of us had a golden ticket. So this goes on for like 10 more minutes of him being like, okay, guys, like, you don't need to hide it. It's okay. Like, no one's going to take it from you. I know someone's got it. Oh, you got it. I know someone's got it. And then the mood just quietly went down until he was like, oh, I don't think anyone has one. And it was such a long process in the middle of this flight. All of this hype to just crash and burn. Well, the wrong phrase there for a plane, but crash and burn on this little golden ticket project. Chocolate bar was pretty tasty. It was probably from the place that you and I looked at chocolate bars from for the golden tickets. No one got, so then that started running through my head, because I fucking bet that they put this order in. They're just trusting that this company put golden tickets in these. Not a single person had a golden ticket. So even before I unwrapped it, I had that in my head. Like, what if there is no golden ticket? Like, what if the company messed up, or this isn't the right batch or something? And then it actually happened, and the guy was in such denial, and it was so terrible because no one knew what to tell him. Like, I don't have a golden ticket. That's the only information I have for you. And he's like, no, I know you got it. And it was so terrible, and I wanted to jump out. You know that one airline, was it Alaska Airline, where the door flew off? Yeah, I was just hoping.
Thank you,
the door comes off.
Yeah, by the way, that little thing you described of everyone having to stop what they're doing in the middle of a flight to open a chocolate bar is the best ad I've ever heard to not fly Frontier.
I know, dude. I was like, at first I was like, wow, they came a long way. And then it reminded me, like, oh, shit.
Dude, don't look at me when I'm on a flight. Actually, if you're like cool, you can look at me. But
no, same.
Like, dude, don't. Or if people are cool, I like talking, but I don't know. I think I'm just kind of an antisocial asshole sometimes.
No, don't, especially on travel days. Like, it takes It's nothing personal. I just have to get to a certain headspace to even put up with traveling.
Yes.
And once I'm in that headspace, it's just, I'm not a functioning adult. Like,
my face is like this.
Yeah, the whole time, dude. I become an animal, like a feral animal, just to be able to eat, dude. I'm like gathered up in a ball of myself, just shoving food in, just to try to get it there. And it's,
dude,
traveling is a nightmare. So if you see me while traveling, that's the worst time to see me. I'd rather you just follow me home and knock on my door later. I'm just kidding. Please, God, don't do that.
Please, God. Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Anyway, they were
that
really
sounds like
trying. I almost won 50,000 miles. That's the thing, though. If you won 50,000 miles, but it's with Frontier, did you really win?
It's a really good point.
I'd still probably rather pay for a different flight. These days, Sam, every new potential hire is like, I was just in Vegas. That's what it feels like. It feels like a high-stakes maneuver. It's crazy, especially when you're just trying to run a small business. You can't afford to take large risks and fail like that. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available, and that's why you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs, everybody.
Yes.
LinkedIn Jobs, sponsoring today's episode of Genius Bar. We love them. Have you ever used them, Sam?
Listen, guys. I am actually looking for some extra help in 2024, especially with the launch of some new products. And I've been looking into this because it's such a great option. It basically has the tools you need to find the right professionals for your team faster and for free. Guys, this isn't just another job board. This is a vast network of more than let me just say this, John, 1 billion professionals.
That's a lot.
That's what makes it the best place to hire.
I don't even know that many people.
No, I don't even know, but LinkedIn Jobs does, and that's the whole reason they're sponsoring this episode of the Genius Bar, guys. In fact, it's so easy that 86% of small businesses like ours get a qualified candidate within 24 hours. We know how important that is. They are rated #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. Guys, LinkedIn also knows that small businesses are wearing so many hats, and it might not have the time or resources to hire. That's why with LinkedIn, it's quick, easy, and intuitive.
This is amazing. It's like knowing a person that knows everybody, and everybody that they know just happens to be the best everybody. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/geniusbar. That's linkedin.com/geniusbar to post your job for free. Of course, though, terms and conditions do apply.
Of course. Thank you, LinkedIn, for sponsoring this one.
Thank you.
Hey, I would like to congratulate you next on your doc performance.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This
it's
is
doing
huge.
Well, yeah.
It's continually climbing, doing great. This is now officially your 4th most viewed video in history.
Yay. The Marquez one is 1.1. Damn.
Yeah, the Marquez is doing it. I mean, that's a great thumbnail.
We've gotten 10,000 subscribers from that one video.
Dude, that's amazing.
So yeah, I don't know. And everyone that saw me, especially which warmed my heart. I always the fans coming up to me mentioning the doc. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But there's something about people that we're friends with or that know us in the industry going out of their way to come up and mention the doc, which was really heartwarming. I don't know what the fuck to do. I mean, I think we're doing Front Page Tech tomorrow. So back to just not being any fun. Sorry.
Or being the most fun, I'd say, actually.
Going right back to the same old Front Page Tech content. But don't worry.
Very exciting.
Cooking up something
Speaking
spicy.
of which, being back on YouTube, I think we need to watch an ad. I think you linked it.
Nope, this isn't it. Right? No, but I'm glad that you brought this up. Okay, go ahead.
So Apple did the first Vision Pro ad. And we should probably cut between us during it so it doesn't get copyright struck. But
smart.
Okay, there we go. Look. Okay, so it's an ad, and it's very reminiscent of the original iPhone ad. It's people putting on headsets, which is brilliant, by the way. This is fucking brilliant marketing. They keep putting on these headsets. It's about the Vision Pro headset, and it ends with the same clip from the keynote, may I add.
Yeah.
But it ends so anticlimactically. She just puts it on, and it's the home screen?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Well, that's
it's almost like Apple's we don't know what we're to do with it, but here you go.
No, that's fair. The same thing with the iPhone. There was just the home screen. You couldn't even have a wallpaper. It was just, that is the default experience. No matter what apps you download, everyone is going to see this. Yeah. And that's more recognizable. They're like, oh, those are app icons just in my house. I think maybe...
True.
Did you just spill something?
No.
You did, didn't you?
No.
I think maybe the reason we keep seeing the same stuff is like, is that how careful they're being? Like they're not willing to shoot anything else and risk anything leaking?
But it's gonna be out. Like it's not about leaking. Just show it.
I know, but what if?
But
what if you see that it's bad and then it messes up the pre-orders?
I mean, dude, this is sick though. Get ready, and it's like everybody putting on. I want to know how much they had to pay for the Star Wars clip.
Oh yes, a lot. Oh, never
Like,
mind.
dude.
Tim's friends with Bob.
Oh yeah, true. They probably just
Tim's
gave
friends
it.
with Bob
Like,
Iger.
dude,
so
you've got Snoopy in here.
Yep.
You've got SpongeBob. Like this has to be one of the most expensive ads they've ever done.
Really?
Dude. That I don't know. I feel like SpongeBob in an Apple ad. Iron Man.
SpongeBob is probably just lucky to be there, man.
Back to the Future, and then who is this?
Someone luckier than we are.
Like
that is not the ad. So what Sam was talking about was in the notes, in our shared notes. I put like an Apple ad in there.
Yeah,
it's the one that's been going around with. It's
plug?
like the outlet. Yes, the plug, the outlet talking. This one, yes. This ad is not okay with me.
Why?
It's terrifying.
Why is it terrifying?
Sam, look at it. They shouldn't move like that. I don't know if it's the animation style or the fact that they're talking like.
That's like me and you, buddy.
You have to hit
there's
play.
You, and there's me.
No.
That's us.
Look,
that's
it's
doing
the animation
podcast.
style and what, like, bro. I don't like that. Not even a little bit.
It's kind
too
of
scary.
Cool.
Nope, too scary.
I like the little guys.
Don't talk to me. Don't make that face. No. No.
Oh, we're not going to get copyright strike because the frames are 3.
Yeah, I think you have to have at least 4 frames a second to get a copyright strike.
Oh, dude. There's just a lot happening.
There is. We go from nothing happening to so much happening. But
dude.
No. What day is February 2nd?
It's a Friday.
Okay. So we'll have to plan to record.
Dude,
like,
I'll be honest, that week is going to be crazy for me.
What are we, like, okay, do you have a plan? Like, I'm not going to do this because I don't give a shit, but are you going to try to, like, record your very first impressions, or?
I don't know.
Should we do it on the podcast? No,
I mean,
we won't.
I'm definitely gonna be
opening
it. I'm not gonna be able to sit around with this thing.
Yeah, and you're gonna be doing something else.
Gonna be doing a couple things. I haven't told you my other. I have a lot of plans.
Oh, God. This is not going to happen very often, Sam. Our career might be over by the time another product like this happens, like the first of its kind, first of its category.
No, I think Apple Car in 2030. I think that'll be our last.
Are you still doing this in 2030? Because I don't know if I am.
See, it's 2024. I'll be 30, or no, I'll be 32. Whoa, I'll be 32. That's crazy.
What does a 32-year-old you look like?
I don't know. I don't like it. Probably like a little gremlin guy.
We're gonna be on the
How long
iPhone
have we been recording? I don't
17
even know.
by then. Well, no. Actually, way more than that. iPhone 17. I just had a realization today that, like, 2016 was not 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I know.
We're gonna be dead soon. I think I say that at least once every episode. This is my use of it in this episode. Time goes too fast.
Okay, so was there anything else that happened that I feel like we're missing?
I don't think so. Let me check the notes. My humbling experience with Michael Fisher. Yeah, nope.
I think that's basically the Apple news. I mean, Vision Pro is the story. 5 a.m. this Friday, guys. Well, that's weird to think that I'm going to be in America in 4 days again. As long as I don't crash over the ocean. That would be unfortunate.
How long does it take you to bounce back after the time zone difference?
Well, last year I slept for, I think, 2 days straight, unironically.
Yeah? Well, you literally cannot do that.
I was also more
this time.
sleep deprived last year. Like, we've been kind of sleeping in.
You're on vacation.
Not sleeping in, but I've been getting 8 hours of sleep most nights, which is big for me. But apparently, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, John. I think I might die and combust.
You might. Yeah, you might.
And I don't want to die or combust, but it just might happen.
Do you want me to submit your pre-order for you and you sleep in? Or are you not risking it?
Oh, no, I'm not risking it. I wouldn't trust you with my life, let alone my Vision Pro pre-order. Are you insane?
I like how you put Vision Pro over your life.
Oh, 100%,
I wouldn't trust you with my life, let alone Vision Pro pre-order.
Yeah, it's happening. I mean, I guess we'll start seeing reviews soon. We'll start seeing what's going to happen.
Yep.
And
we should be seeing a few videos this week.
Before pre-orders, you think?
Mm-hmm. Should. But
very
like
interesting.
If we do see videos, they're not going to be. You're not going to get any answers that you don't already like.
Really?
Yeah. It's still, from what I understand, the level of access is still heavily restricted. A lot of times they make the people leave the room.
What?
Let me give a hypothetical situation. Let's say, Sam, you are invited. Let's say you are invited to a place where Apple executives will be, Apple PR will be, with some Vision Pro units. And in order for you to make videos, they want it to fit you, right? Mm-hmm. And this is days before pre-orders happen. So like you would think that you just get to open it and use it like a regular product. But again, this is all hypothetical. Let's say you go there and you meet with the PR people and they've got a Vision Pro there for you. And as with everyone, there has to be a fitting for Vision Pro. If you buy one yourself, you're going to fit yourself, basically. There, if you try something on and it doesn't fit you quite right, they're going to have to make adjustments. But they're not going to let you see the adjustments they make. They're going to make you leave the room, Sam.
What?
Again, hypothetical. But if you're there and you're trying it on, they aren't going to let you see any manipulation of the hardware at all. Even just regular, like, fitting stuff, moving stuff to just tighten stuff up and make it fit better. They're going to make you physically leave the room while they tinker and then invite you back in the room, make you put it on again. If it still doesn't fit, same process. You leave the room. They will adjust. You come back in the room, put it on again, rinse and repeat.
I feel like this hypothetical is too specific to release, John.
Well, I don't think so. I just think, I haven't mentioned anything. I'm just saying this is a hypothetical situation, and that is how careful they're being. If that's a true situation.
Yeah, I think you've been dreaming. I think you've been on that gummy.
I did take that. You know what? Remember I said I almost took that gummy? It's coming back to me. I did take that gummy. So whatever I'm saying now is not real. What do I know?
I don't know. I don't want to get anybody get in trouble.
I have so many vitamins in me. I don't even have control of myself right now. Clearly, I don't know what I'm saying.
Well, buddy, I guess. I mean, look at my current environment right now. I mean, I got to finish editing a video today. I'm going to be putting out a video very soon that I pre-recorded.
Okay.
That I just have to finish editing. But yeah, like this is my life right now.
It's very snowy out there.
It's extremely snowy out there.
How do you even know that you're in Japan?
I can't even see. I could be in Arkansas proof? For all I know. No.
Do people go outside in Japan when it's this cold? I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's people skiing. Can you see anybody on the slopies?
No, I don't see anybody on the slopies.
You don't? What do you mean you don't see anybody on the slopies, bro?
Have you ever thought about not coming home?
No, I kind of miss America. America,
I feel like Like every time I travel, like when I was in Las Vegas, I had a realization one time where I was just like, I could just never go back.
Yeah, but then your cat, I think, would maybe eat himself.
He would live a long time. My robot feeders fit a lot of food and can go for a long time. As long as I keep paying the electric bill and it's still plugged in, we're good, you know? But it's just so crazy how I could just like, nah. I mean, I wouldn't choose Las Vegas to be the place. I guess that's another thing I left out. How do I say this? In the nicest way possible, Las Vegas is disgusting.
Wow, that was so sweet of you.
Yeah, it is a gross place. Very gross.
I've actually never been. I don't want to put it out there until the thing is in hand, but yeah, John and I might be there for a very special.
There are certain places in Las Vegas, like like the Bellagio, and certain hotels, and like there are luxurious places, but it's like all the spots between the luxurious places that are just fucking gross.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I couldn't, like, it's not a real place. It felt like I was in a video game, like I was in Vice City and stuck in it.
I don't think anything feels real anymore because like I moved and then I went home for the holidays and I moved back to LA and now I'm in Japan and then I go back. Like I keep thinking in my head.
You're doing this to yourself.
I'm flying home to my own apartment in St. Louis. Like I feel like I'm going back to my old place. But I'm not. I'm going back to my new apartment and it feels weird. I'm kind of a little homesick, I think. I kind of miss my mom and my dad and my dog.
Now you know how I feel, bitch.
Oh, did you lose your dog too?
I've lost a few over the years.
Also, when are we getting the new AirPods Max 2 so I don't have to wear this stupid ass rubber thing on it?
We ain't.
We
Dude,
will eventually.
You know how like the stereotypical nerd breaks his glasses, tapes the middle of it?
Yeah.
That's what your AirPods Max look like. They look all taped up. Like what is the white on the headband? What is that?
That's just the actual headband.
Is it?
Yeah, see? The headband is white normally. This is just a cover to make it squishy again.
It's the green that's gross.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
But you should watch my next video if you want to know what Apple products are coming out in 2024 and when.
When's that coming out?
Live from Apple Park. It's going to come out in probably like 12 hours.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
If I get the editing, I got to finish the editing. But yeah.
Well, on that note,
it feels weird. I feel like my energy is weird talking to you in Japan. I'm like, I feel so far. I feel disconnected. I know, but I feel disconnected from you.
Isn't it crazy that this is possible though?
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm just kind of out here looking at snow.
Like at most periods of history, you could not under any circumstances talk to me.
And I just want to say, most people would take off. They'd say, I'm on vacation. Some people like Luke Miani. Some people like Luke Miani. Some people like Luke Miani would quit their podcast for a month.
Oh, did he quit?
He must be zoned in with noise cancellation.
Oh yeah, I guess dark mode has not been happening.
Yeah. Some people like Luke Miani. There we go. Get off the damn phone.
Hey,
you say to me?
Get off the damn phone. He's always on their phone.
I'm gonna eat hot chip.
No, and
I'm
why?
not gonna share any with you.
No, I don't want a hot chip.
Eat hot chip.
Oh my god.
Oh, he can't hear anything.
Oh yeah,
saying.
John, I didn't tell you. I've been having some stomach issues this trip.
As per usual.
It hasn't been a great. I want to go back to America.
Sam has been on a diet of bananas, white bread, plain crackers, and plain white rice.
That's my life.
Oh my God!
All this motherfucker has eaten for a week
give him
and
your
a half.
headphones. Give him your headphones.
He said to give you my headphones. But
Good.
The thing is a little short.
Oh,
Hey, Luke Miani. I don't even need to talk to Sam.
I feel like Sam's conscience. I'm like the devil or the angel on his shoulder.
You saying
I'm
the
devil,
white,
hell yeah.
You saying the white rice thing reminded me of when we were like planning for the event at every fucking restaurant. They didn't have like chicken tendies or whatever this man would usually eat. So he would just eat a bowl of white rice. Like unironically, all of us would be eating a quality meal, and our boy over there would be in the corner with a bowl of white rice.
And multiple times he's like, "Oh, I don't know, man. This plain cheese pizza is a little spicy."
Okay, because it was. They literally put red pepper flakes on it.
We went to an Italian
not
restaurant.
Stop putting pepper in
Spicy.
everything, America.
We went to an Italian restaurant that was like all right, and he got like ravioli or spaghetti and meatballs, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He just
and he was
got,
like,
like,
"This is the best food I've ever eaten in my entire life."
All right, John, I don't want to hear any lip until you actually move out of the deep state of Arkansas.
It was fine. It was mall pasta.
It literally was the best pasta in the world.
I wish I was him sometimes. I wish I was
Stop
impressed by these
talking
things.
about me. I'm right. No, bad. Bad.
Well, now it's not fucking
How do I
doing
do two thumbs down? I'm sad.
This sucks.
Yeah, there.
It's
sad.
lying.
Well, saddy.
All right, are we done? Is this it? Is this the end?
He's asking if you're done. Is this the end of the podcast?
Yes, because I need to go edit.
Okay, and he's got his
man.
stomach
My life
issues.
is hard.
He's got to go into the bathroom to deal with the stomach.
No, I actually had a good movement earlier today. Well,
Okay, we gotta
the
go.
color's
Thanks
not
for
quite
watching.
back, but
Thanks
Cut
for
it off
listening.
hard.
We'll see you next week. It's over right now.
Warriors out there in the chat.
Oh God.
Okay, thank you guys for watching another
No, I
episode
cut
of
it.
the Genius Bar.
I cut it. You don't have any last words.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Okay. Goodbye.